Hello everybody, it's Barbie. I thought I'd check back in with you guys and show you what I've been up to. I've been playing with the jelly plate, so excuse my hands, they look awful, but so is the life of a jelly plater. I got stain underneath my fingernails. I tried to cut this one off to the nub almost, but it's still stained, and there's stain in my fingers, so yeah, not a pretty sight, sorry. These are some embossing folders I did, and I used it when I was doing the jelly printing. I thought it'd be fun to take my roller and roll over the top of it as I was doing jelly printing to get the excess paint off, and it came out really pretty, so I thought, wow, those are cool. This is mostly Tim Holtz oxide sprays that I used, and that's what it come out like. So here's another one I did, and then I went back over it with some mica powders, I believe is what I used, and I made I scanned this in so I could have a scanned copy of it. So same thing here, it's an embossing folder, came out really cool. Same thing on this one, embossing folder. Oh no, it's the back side of it. So both sides I thought looked good. This is another one. It has gears and daisies, and that's what I used in I use these embossing folders to impress on my do impressions on my jelly plate, and it came out really cool. So it might be something you might want to try. There's kind of the back side of it. This again is a jelly plate print. Using some gold leafing and some other paints on it on an old dictionary, I think it was, page. Okay, here's a jelly print showing the impressions with that daisy folder. You see how it came out. Same thing here. Using my embossing folders as printmakers. This is one of my favorites. All of it's oxide ink on this one, I'm pretty sure, and I think I used some mica powders on it too. I was on a printing frenzy. This one is using the round jelly plate. And what I did is I was using the round jelly plate as to put my ink on, and then roll my rollers across it, and then roll that paint then on my bigger jelly plate. And then I started noticing as I was using that how I was getting some really neat patterning. So I started working them with my round jelly plate until I got a pattern like this. And then I used some oxide sprays on the sides here to make it look like a sky in the background and a planet. So that's what that is. I thought it turned out really cool. I made a scan of that one. I may use it in in my Photoshop in order to do some digitals. I haven't decided yet. Anyhow, I got it scanned in. Again, using stencils on the top of jelly printing. Again, stencils on top of a jelly print background, and also some mica powders. This one came out pretty interesting. It's some leaves I used as on the jelly plate, and it kind of came out as a white impression. Fern I used out of my yard. Ivy and fern. This one was some grasses and leaves, etc. Different things I used out of the yard. This one I left it as is. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it right now, but I thought it was interesting. I will probably end up scanning it in and then probably using it in my Photoshop somehow. I like this one. It'll make a really good background, I think, for some sort of digital. Again, some stenciling of clocks on top of a jelly print. Same thing, using this image right here came out really cool. It's a shelving, that plastic shelving material that you put on the bottom of your drawers. I ripped it up, and one side comes out with this impression, the other side comes out with that impression. And then this is some tape that you use when you're doing drywall floating to put in the seams of the tape, and it's got little bitty holes in it. I like that one. Again, I use some mica powders or glitter. I'm going to use glitter on this one, I believe. I like that one. This one, the same thing, just a combination of colors. This one I was playing with, trying to see how I could use the oxide black spray. And I don't know if it shows up on the camera or not, but it has a lot of depth to it. And I also used a stamp of a script stamp on top and did some stenciling. This is just a jelly print, numerous layers. Again, jelly print with some stenciling on top. Playing with some other colors that were a little bit more saturated colors on yellow newsprint paper. And then this was experimenting with some ivy and different things I had around using a black background. And this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do some collaging, and I may use some of these jelly prints in my collage. I've scanned every one that I really like in my computer, so I'm not going to worry about if I use the originals, because actually, just a minute, I gotta have some tea, I'm thirsty. Actually, the originals are a little bit bulky, so I don't like to use them in my journals. I like to scan them in. Okay, let's get this done, because I've got things I got to get to, so I wanted to come and check in with you guys. Hope everybody's well and happy and having some time to work on their craft projects. I've been, like I said, playing with my jelly print so much I haven't done any crafting other than that, so sorry for the absence. And I had some ideas in mind that I was wanting to try and get done, so I wanted to move on with that. This is a piece off of the background paper where the gold leafing was on, and I thought it came out cool, so I'm going to use that too. I'm going to put a little bit down on the paper because this is kind of a fragile paper, and see how that works. Well, that won't stand up, will it? We've got some pretty weather down here in Texas. I think this is moving around everywhere. I hope I'm not getting out of shot. This is a scanned in little handkerchief, I believe it was, or the corner of a doily, I don't know which, but I think this may have been a digital from maybe Angela Kerr. I think so. Don't know. Let me get to something here for my hands, because already I'm getting all sticky. I can't stand that. After a period of time, I've got to wipe them off. Okay, in doing this background, I like to keep my background in pretty large pieces. So let's see, let's play with some of these. Well, what did I do with my ruler? I don't know how it is that when I get on camera, I start losing things. Here it is. just going to tear off enough to make it, to give it a bit of an edge, I think. I don't know about you, but when I do something like this, I start getting stingy with it. I don't know why. It's like, it makes me feel like I can't use it for some reason, because it'll be gone, and then I won't have it anymore. It's like, that's silly. I know it's silly, but that's how it feels. And so I'm having to force myself to use it. Oh, that's crazy, but there you go. I wonder if any of y'all do the same thing, want to hoard it. I know when I'm watching Rachel, she says the same thing. She's trying to hoard it and she can't help herself, but I have the same problem. It's not that it's all that precious. I don't know why, but I do try to hoard it, seems like. Okay, let's see if we can get some of this old book page in here. Let's see, I think I want to put it this way, maybe. I'm going to put a pretty good sized piece of this. This is real fragile, and yeah, that doesn't land the right way, does it? Let me see if this is stuck. Yep, it's stuck. Well, I'm going to have to cover up that pretty little edge. There ain't no way around it, so might as well just do it. Try not to rip it off, you know what I mean? I was thinking this might be fun. I made a scan of this, so I was thinking it might be fun to try painting on top of it. I've been playing around with thinking about doing that. If I decide to do it, I may come back and do a video on that if anybody shows any interest in wanting to see that. I don't know how many people are interested in seeing me paint. Painting is usually like, it's hard to do on a video, and because it takes a good while. I am going to tear this edge. I think I'll make a long skinny one, and I'll leave the other end there hanging off because I'm going to cut it anyhow. I think I'll put it down here. Yep. Now, it barely covers it, but it does cover it, so I think I'm going to do it like that. Yep. It won't hurt if there's a little bit of a hole there. I can always put something over the top of it because we got another layer or two to go, so I'm not worried about it. I don't want to cover up that gold. So that looks pretty good. Now, let's see what other colors I might want to use. Here's the other parts of this piece of paper here, and you can see the gold leafing that was stuck on there. So I just jelly printed over the top, so it looks totally different on the other side, but I think I like this side here that has the gold leafing on it. So let's see if we can get us a little, rip a little strip there. There's some interesting edges. It kind of blends in, but maybe it will go there. No, I don't like it there. I like it there just because of the layout, but not the color. I'm not going to put it there. I can't cover that up. Okay, what am I going to put there? Something a little bit off color. Let me find something here. How about this one? see what we can get out of this one. Okay, what shape do I want? I want something right here, but I don't want it to be too big. All right. I'm gonna put it like that. Y'all haven't tried jelly printing, you ought to give it a try. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll have to warn you though, it can be very addictive. I would say, okay, I'm not going to do any more. I'm going to do something else. And then I'd get an idea of a color combination or something, and I would go right back and do some more. So, yeah, it is addictive. But I do have a lot, so I'm trying to. And I did spend a lot of time scanning it in, so I like that color over there. It kind of mirrors that. So I'm going to put that down. This piece of paper here is a oops, oh no, I lost my, just a minute. I lost my paper. Coffee dyed rather, old map that my son gave me. And it's 11 by 14, I believe. Wow, that thing doesn't measure right. Yeah, 11 by 14, correct. But you don't have to do it on that big. I mean, you know, you can do it on anything, but that's what this is. Anybody wants to know? All right. Now also, I have some more jelly printing I did, which I made copies of. And here's one. And here's another one here. Kind of like that one. I'm trying to keep the background rather neutral. I don't want to get a lot of big pattern going on. I'm going to save that for smaller pieces as I move on and add additional paper. That's how I like to collage. There's really no right or wrong. I think it's just according to what pleases you, what is aesthetically good for you. And that's how I like to work. So I think I'm going to put it right. Yeah, right there. So as you can see, I'm not using real bright colors, but I am using some subdued colors, but kind of staying in the same color palette. A little bit of warm, a little bit of bling, a little bit of very neutral, a little bit of grunge, and a little bit of blues, the cools. So it's kind of the warm and the cools, along with some subtle patterns on the, I can't talk, my goodness, patterns. This print right here, I'm thinking I need to save for the top. I think it's a little bit more, print than I want on my bottom layer. Let me try this one. Looks cool. And also, I have some other jelly printing on deli paper here. Let's see, could I work that color in? I don't know. I think not. That's reds and purples. I don't think that'll work. This is another one I'm going to probably use on a top next layer. But I also have some other, yeah, I think I've got up here. What did I do with those things? All right, here we are. I believe these are Tracy Fox Love Junk Journal. I believe this is her archive papers. And they're just good all around background papers. You can use them for a lot of purposes. They're very versatile. I use them all the time. Love them. Tracy has a knack of figuring out what is a really good basic digitals. She's got quite a few of them, from labels to background papers, you name it. Okay, let's see what we got right here. I think I'm gonna do, yeah, that right there. I'm gonna put that up there like so. Everybody's doing their Christmas stuff. I don't know. I can't get into the Christmas mood. All this COVID mess and everything going on. The elections and you name it. I'm just in a funk. So I decided maybe I would do something like this that was easier to accomplish. I've got several albums that journals rather, in my shop, so I'm not worried about stocking my shop at the moment. So I decided this would be good. Maybe then I can do some ephemera or something from this collage sheet, which might be just a really fun no-brainer. It's what I call my no-brainer crafting. Yeah. I think I'll leave that on there and just cut around it. Go. I'm liking the way the blues and the turquoises and all of it's working together. So far, so good. Let's see. What are we going to do up here? I've got some digitals here. They're not my digitals, but might be fun to use. Here and see what we can see if that will cover that hole. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Make a big one. I cover big holes. Sorry I'm quiet today. I'm just not very talkative. which is unusual for me, but that's where I'm at. I think I'll start up here at the top. There you go. There, that covered a big hole. Okay. Now we need something down here, which I think it needs to be neutral. It's something that'll kind of, yeah, probably work. Covering up a lot of that blue. I don't want to cover up so much of it. So I think I'm going to back off a little bit. Yep. And not put such a big piece. There. That will work, I think. Only I need to offset that. There you go. I've been thinking about how I'm going to that'll work. How I'm going to finish the embellishment. Now this would be all fine and good. Excuse me. If I wanted to leave it like this for a backing, but I want to put some extra little pieces on there. Okay. Maybe if I drink a little caffeine, I'll get all buzzed up here in a minute. I need some energy. I need some energy. Okay, I'll fill that little hole, so that's pretty well done. Now, good. Okay. Get my ruler down before I bury it. Now, this is what I was thinking I was going to do with something like this right here. I think I'm just going to tear around it and use it on my use it as a focal point. Well, I'll tell you what, Thanksgiving is coming up. I can't believe it. This year, 2020, is almost gone. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what, but it seems like the days and the years are just flying past. There you go. I think I'll put that one somewhere along there. Yep, that looks good. I might, where's my, let me see about putting a little bit of ink around that, since it's going to be more or less a focal point. I want to kind of bring attention to the edge of the tear. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking that's going to make it look good. Okay, let's do it there. Yep. That thing will not stand up. Whoops, gotta put some glue on that. Good. Pretty good. All right, let's see what else we got here. I like this rose. Yep. Oh, I should have inked it. I wonder if I can still ink it. It'll work. All right. Let's see about that right there. Wipe my hands off. All right. That's looking cute. Let's see, what else can we come up with? Find something hiding over here. I think I might use this as well somewhere. Nope, nope, nope. I think we need some of this, but not so much. Yeah, maybe right there. Just to give it a little bit of something, some color and pattern. That looks good. Now, this one. That might work. I used a butterfly stamp. I think it was this. I don't remember what it was, which butterfly it was, but it was a moth I had. And it has some of the colors in the background. So let's see what we can come up with here. Let's see what I can get. Maybe a small skinny strip. Like right there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Maybe we could use this. It has some interesting colors in it as well as shapes. Okay. Need something right here. But I think it maybe could use, maybe let's do it a little bit thinner. Yeah. Kind of blocks off those ends that are just like ending there for no good reason. I was thinking this might be a good background also to do some little collage snippets. I don't know if I'll do it that way or not, but might work. Okay. Let's see. I think that's looking pretty good. I might do a couple of little squares here and there. Let's find, this is a good paper for a small square. So I'm just going to do some random squares, I think, like so, maybe. Yeah. What I'm doing here, and this is just my way I do it, when I see something like how this has kind of a bunch of different intersections, it makes it feel like it's chaotic to me. And I want it to look like it's supposed to be there. So by putting that little patch there, to me, it stops too many intersections just coming in and stopping, if that makes sense. So, and I don't want this paper like right side by side, so if I put that there, I probably want to switch and do a totally different color that maybe is someplace else in there, so maybe like this. Okay. Where is there another problem spot for me? It's too close to that, so I can't do that one there. But I could do it. I could do one. No, not there. It's pretty close, but I could do a little bitty one right there. Let me see. Yeah, but see, I can't. I gotta tie those together like so. That'll work. Yep, that'll work. Now, let me find, we need to get a strip of this going. It's got a lot of neat colors in it. I need to get me a glue book over here because it's sticky on my paper. Oh, I know what I want to use. I had forgotten about it. So I can make a hole here. Okay. Maybe this one. Right there. Let me see. I like it right there. Part of doing this is really just jumping in and doing it. And also thinking to yourself, you know, well, what looks good to me? I don't think you need to sweat over if it's something somebody else would do or not, because everybody does it different. And to me, I just like to go for it. Oh, I got a bunch of little pieces down here I forgot about. Like that right there. This has a bunch of cool colors in it. Gold leafing. And it's a little bit transparent. So I think I'm gonna put that there. It's gonna be cut off, so and I also have some other, These come from my digitals. Has some nice colors in it, which kind of picks up on that. See what we got. Kind of getting heavy on this side and not enough on this side. So what are we going to do? We're going to have to work on this side. That's too close to that. Maybe like right there. Work. Now, what else do we have? Oh yes, I have some of this. I thought would be a good background color, so let me see. Maybe I'll do some little squares out of this. Or maybe I better look first, yeah. This is where it starts getting a little bit, what's the word for it? Harder to make a decision on. The mind tends to, or my mind does, tends to start repeating stuff too much. You know what I mean? Sizes, shapes. You have to be careful to be more random. And if I could say there was one thing that will entrap you into getting it kind of out of balance, is if you start putting in too many of the same color, the same shape, and the same size. You have to really think random the whole time. Got to randomize everything. Okay, I'm going to step back and look at it for a bit and see what I see. There's a problem down here. This looks pretty good right here. I think it's pretty well done. I might put a little something right there, but this side over here, by and large, I think is finished. And I say that, doesn't always mean that's where I'll stay with it. I think I'm going to go ahead and use some of this. I wished I had left that till the last to put on there, because I think that was a mistake. It was a mistake for me, because I would have liked to have that as the very last thing. But it's not to say you can't fix it. I'm going to just use my glue book probably off of the sometimes, so that you won't be seeing me doing my gluing, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, I like that. Brought that long strip up a bit. Okay, let's see what we got here. I like that, I think, there. Oh, I have this one. This is one of my digitals, digital collages that I scanned in. kind of fuzzy cut, fuzzy tear around it. And put me a little bit of ink on there since there's a glaring white edge on it. Now, where am I? That might be good right there. I think I'm gonna put it like right there. Looks good. Okay, now's the time we need to kind of step back and contemplate how much more we need, what colors we might need. Get me a drink. Wipe my hands while I'm thinking. I'm really liking the jelly printing, using it as a background because you're getting some different textures, and also the mica powders is really showing up pretty. This might be good. Yeah, I think I like that there. Maybe like that. Yep. So this one I'm going to use a little bit of the ink as well. And see it right there. Good. Now, what else do we have here? Found this piece, which is a nice neutral. Like it. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that looks good. Kind of ties it all in. This area up in here is bothering me a little bit. So let's come up with something. How about that? Almost the same size as that. So it's not really what I had in mind. Let's see what else we can come up with here. I grabbed a bunch of these little pieces on purpose, thinking they would be beneficial. I wonder if I could tear around this. This is out of one of the, I think it's the Undercliff book. I think I'm going to try that and see what I can come up with. It's one of her sketches from that book. And yeah, it's pretty good. A little squirrel might be fun on there. What do you think? I think so. I'm using frayed burlap. Yeah, frayed burlap. It's not quite as red as the vintage photo, which I find is sometimes a little too red for a particular color palette. That's good right there. Yep. Now, I thought this was a neat little piece, but where are we going to put it? I kind of like it right there. Yep, let's leave it there. Getting kind of close, I think. Yep, it's getting pretty close for me. See if there's anything else that really sticks out. I do have this other little squirrel I might could use. Yeah, okay, where am I going to put him? I don't want to get him close to that. Right there. Yep. Okay. That's good. And I had this little bud, which is part of my collaging. I was thinking about using somewhere. Now, I've mounted this little bird there. That'd be good right there. Or maybe up here. I think up there. Now this one, I'm going to do the edges a little bit. I'm just going to rub it on my edge of my pad. I like that. It's kind of skewed off center. Let me see what we got here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Squirrel, squirrel, butterfly, bird. One other place I think I might put some, maybe some script. Do I need script? Yeah, I need script. Yep, I'm gonna put my script right there. have pretty script, but it's not finished. I like the script there, and I might put the other piece of script over here. Like that. Yeah. I think that's gonna kind of finish it up. Yep, I'm gonna say that's good. Now I'm gonna turn it over and cut around the edges. And as you can see, the back side is already an old map. So you could just leave it like that, which is probably what I'll do, because it'll get really thick if you keep collaging. So I don't think I need to collage anymore on the back. It's already coffee dyed. I think that turned out pretty cute. Now, what if we cut it up into tags and drawing cards? Okay, let me get my big chopper. Yeah, it goes like that. Okay. Let's start out with a 3.5 inch tag. And these are 10, oh wait, that's 11 inches. So if we make about a 5-inch tag or a 6-inch tag, there, it makes a cute tag. And I can use this as a pattern for my angles. That's cute. Just set those aside. Now, I think I'm going to leave this busier part over here for a tag, and I maybe do these into a journal card. So let's see, most of my books are 5 inches, so if I make a 4.5 inch journal card, that ought to be about right. Most of mine. And let's see, depth wise, what do I want? 4x4, 4x5, 4x5. Okay, now I'm gonna leave one bigger. Yep. I'm gonna need to seal the top of this or make it, I need to glue some of these down a little bit better. Okay, let's make these 4x6 inch. Oh, that was bad. Cut the little nose off of my poor little squirrel because I wasn't paying attention. Well, that's a bummer. Now, let's get this straight here. See, I cut it the wrong way there to begin with. But the little squirrel's head's sticking up there, so let's see what we can come up with here. Okay, so let's do a 4. Let's make it a rather big tag. 4 by 7. We'll just leave it like that because I don't want to cut off the tag yet and make a distinction yet. I'm going to cut this in half. That's about a 3.5 inch cut. Oops, I do it wrong. 3.5 inch. Those are journaling cards. Oops, I lose everything. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Journaling cards. I need to go and check the glue on all of this. There's a couple of tags which I already have dog-eared up, and another large tag, journaling card, journaling card, journaling card, and a little who knows what card. And there. So that's what we got done today, and I'll be putting some of these pictures on Instagram and also downloading my little video. So hope y'all enjoyed that craft along with me, collage along with me, whatever you want to call it. So until next time, hope you're having fun in your craft room and enjoying your day. This is Barbie saying bye 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 bye. Till next time.